Hey, it's Ryan Wolowski. I'm in front of our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to check in with Gary Giles. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
You look great. Show us your hat real fast.
Hello.
So let's talk about this current presidential election. Are you a D.C. resident?
No, I'm not. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
So if you could tell us, what was Election Day like in Cincinnati, Ohio?
Oh, in Cincinnati, everybody was very excited, you know, because it seemed like we're going to have a chance to bring the country together and to make some changes that everybody know that we need to do.
Now, how do you feel about Barack Obama being the first ever African-American president, and why do you think it took to us until we got to the 44th to ever put someone in office of African-American descent?
Well, I think that maybe the country wasn't ready for it, and I think this was the right time, you know, and he was the right person. You know, I think because of you know, our past president that's going out created some situations that I think that made it you know, make the time right for Obama to come in and make some changes.
Now, what were some of the things you didn't like about George W. Bush, and what are you hoping with Barack Obama stepping in as the 44th president of the United States of America?
Well, some of the things that I didn't like was about just the whole the war situation going on over in Iraq, and the way the financial, you know, crisis came down about the old regime. And so what I'm looking forward to is, you know, bringing the country more together, instead of being a bunch of, you know, us and thems. It's going to just be we. And, you know, maybe we can look better in the eyes of the world. We can make our country, you know, give us back our standing in the world, and can also, from the domestic point, you know, make the financial situation better for the middle class, and, you know, just make everything better.
Now, some of the people that we've spoken to today said that there was a lot of emphasis placed on the fact that Barack Obama is a running African-American candidate. Do you feel that there is one of his stances that really ring out as a passion to you, besides the fact of the color of this man's skin and his origin, of why he's a great president at this time?
Well, a lot of people put more into that than I do, actually, you know, because I try to look past the color issue. But I think it can let a lot of people of color realize that since Obama can make it to these, you know, into this high position, it gives hope that everybody can make it, you know, into a better position in life. It gives hope for not just for the African American community, but hope for the country as a whole, hope for the world even.
You found the greatness in this election. Let's talk about the war. What are your thoughts going forward? This is the first time, like I've spoken with somebody else, that we're having a presidential transition during a war. What are your thoughts going forward with the new president? Do you think that staying in war is a good idea? Would you like to see him pull out?
I would like to see him pull out in a graceful way. We can't just pull out, you know, and just you know, and just leave it hanging like that. I would like to see him pull out in a way where we can save face as Americans, and also give the people in Iraq a chance to, you know, bring their country together. But let's face it, they're going to do what they're going to do with it all.
Now, show us the lapel here on your embroidered jacket. Were you in one of the wars here?
I wasn't in the war. I was in the military. I was a Cold Warrior. I was back in the time of the Cold War. But this is my division, 9th Infantry Division. You know, I was in the Army.
So where do you feel the U.S. stands, is taking a stance of going into other countries and saying this is what democracy is? Do you feel that that's a thing that we should be doing?
I don't think we should be trying to force democracy on any other countries, because a lot of countries, culturally speaking, they're not into democracy. I think we need to look more domestically and bring our own thing together, and let the other countries bring their thing together.
Now, the one thing where we need change in the U.S. would be what? And we're going to wrap here.
The one thing we need change, I think, is going to be in the financial institutions. I hate to go into regulations and all, but I think we're going to have to maybe regulate some of the banking and housing industry.
And that will determine if it happens within the next 4 years, or maybe even 8 years. Would you like to see him hang around for twice? Do you think he has that power?
I'd like to see him hang around twice, and maybe like Franklin Delano Roosevelt 3 times if we need it.
I'm Ryan Wolowski in Washington, D.C.